Hi there, are you somebody who travels often and you'd like to be more comfortable on an airplane? Well, if so, I've got 8 tips for you on how you can be more comfortable the next time you fly. Hi there, my name is Morgan Rysdon and I'm the creator of Center Studio, where I teach people skills to feel more comfortable more often, which includes things like traveling. Now, if you are new to my channel, friend, welcome. I'm really glad to have you here. I hope if you enjoyed today's content, you'll do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. There's also a notification bell that'll let you know every time I upload another video. And of course, feel free to check out my other videos and hopefully those will help you feel better too, in different situations, when you're not in an airplane. In today's video, I wanted to talk with you about some of the things you can do to improve your comfort when you're traveling. Often students of mine have said, I dread traveling and I'm often uncomfortable when I'm at the airport or flying. And there are a few things that one can do, despite the fact that sometimes seat or leg room is getting smaller, sometimes snacks aren't even available. There are still things you can do that will help you feel more comfortable when you're traveling. And I wanted to share some of those with you today. The first thing I suggest is looking at the bags that you take when you're traveling. And let's be honest, I could make an entire video simply on bags and which bags I recommend and why. But for today's video, let's keep it brief and just say, if you're the kind of person who's physically fit, you like to carry things, let's assume that you're going to go with a backpack. My suggestion is make sure that the shoulder straps that are attached to your backpack are nice and tight and firm in a place that keeps the bag at a comfortable level for your hips, and also that you're not overstuffing it so it's not too heavy on your back when you're carrying it. Now, if you're somebody who says, no, Morgan, long gone are the days that I carry my bags on my shoulders, I'm much more of a rolling suitcase kind of person, great. The thing I'm going to suggest then is that you make sure you don't pack too much, that it's light enough that if you needed to pick it up for a moment, to take it up a flight of stairs, that you're not breaking your back and that you're able to easily lift it and carry it for a short distance. I really always suggest to people, assume that these bags that you're traveling with, you're going to be carrying all day, literally lugging them around. See what I did there with that pun? Yeah, nerd alert. Okay, so assume that you're going to be carrying around all of these bags for an entire day. Assume there's going to be delays, that there's going to be a reason that you have to go up a flight of stairs because the elevator is broken. Just make sure that you're okay with carrying them for longer than a few minutes so that it's not something that's too jam-packed and it will be uncomfortable for you. Now, if you do have a lot of items, I oftentimes will suggest separating them so that you have 2 different bags so that you can distribute the weight more evenly and that you're not just carrying everything on your shoulders or everything in your rolling suitcase. So that's another option too, is divvying up your bags to distribute the weight a little bit better. The second thing I suggest is that you organize things ahead of time. When you're packing your bag, friend, make sure that you've got all of the things that you're going to need easily accessible. Pack intuitively so that you know, what do I need to have available to me at any moment. So for example, let's say you're taking an early flight someplace and you know inevitably you're going to take a nap. Let's make sure that you've got your glasses and your contact case, maybe even your contact solution available for you. You're going to get somewhere and you're going to want to brush your teeth. Okay, don't put that in your dopp kit at the bottom of your suitcase. Have that someplace in a smaller pocket that's easily accessible where you can get it when you need it. The third thing I'm going to suggest is dress comfortably, which hopefully is a no-brainer, but oftentimes I'll see people wearing heels, wearing dresses or blazers or clothes that are clearly restrictive and cannot possibly be comfortable for long flights. Now, unless you're somebody who is deplaning and immediately going someplace to work or present or something of that nature, chances are you probably have a little wiggle room in there that you could do a quick change of clothes. I do this when I go to New York every month and I wear comfortable, yoga pants and a sweatshirt, and then I will change once I arrive, and then I go into the clothes that I'm going to be teaching in all day. So again, just make sure that you've got easy access to whatever you're going to change into and that you don't have to go digging in the bottom of your bags. And of course, hopefully some sneakers or walking shoes that are easy to slip on and off and also that are good for walking. The fourth thing I'm suggesting is that you make sure you've got some snacks with you. So things that you can easily pop into your mouth that are high in protein, that are going to get you through if you don't have a time because the line at the coffee shop is too long, or the flight is a little delayed, or the flight is waiting to get to its gate and it's sitting on the tarmac. Make sure that you've got those snacks so that you can energize and you can refuel when you need. The fifth thing I'm going to recommend is that you bring with you your water bottle. Make sure that if you're traveling in the US that it's empty when you're going through security. They don't like it when it's already full. So make sure it's empty, and then once you get through security, you can always fill it up at one of the water stations. And again, that's going to help you stay hydrated. Because you know, friend, if you get on that airplane and you wait to get one of those little tiny plastic cups of water, you need like 4 or 5 of those to hydrate. That's not enough water. So make sure you've got your water bottle easily accessible. That'll help you stay hydrated for your travels. The sixth thing is actually sort of 2 things in one, and they're things that I don't necessarily need a lot of, but you might, which is headphones that are sort of noise canceling if you are somebody who is sensitive to your surroundings, and also sometimes people love those eye pillows. Now, I don't need these things. I can sleep anywhere. As my husband says, I'm a Rysdon, so anywhere, anytime, noise, light, I can sleep. But you might be somebody who's a little bit more sensitive to either noise or light. And if that's the case, make sure you've got some good noise canceling headphones or even those eye pillows that you can place over your eyes. The seventh thing is a good blanket. Now, I did talk about dressing comfortably and making sure you've got some layers, because we all know those airplanes can get really, really cold depending on when you're traveling and what you're dressed with. So I always like to take a pillow with me. Some people like those little pillow things. Again, you do you, friend. If you know a pillow thing is great for you, one of those neck pillows, bring it. But you can also bring a blanket, and you just wrap something up into it and create like a little pillow with your blanket, meaning you take maybe a small purse or a small bag or even your sweatshirt and you wrap it up in the blanket and it becomes like a little pillow. I've even heard people talking about bringing empty pillowcases that they can then fill their jacket into, and it becomes like a pillow on the airplane. If you're especially next to a window or something, that's awesome. And then it can double as like for dirty laundry too once you get to where you're going. So that's also something that you might enjoy. The last thing is something that honestly I've never even done, but I've had it done to me, and my cousin did it. She had twins, and somebody I heard talked about this with regard to flight attendants, and that is write thank you cards. Now, my cousin has twins, and when they were born, she talked about how she gave everybody around her these, like, I think it was little chocolates with thank you. You know, we've got these babies, we're traveling cross country, and we appreciate your patience with us as we're juggling these 2 little kiddos. And I think that's great. Somebody else mentioned doing that for the flight attendant, just to, you know, bring up their day. You don't know how long they've been traveling, how backed up, and what kind of customers they've been dealing with. And it just helps to make it a little bit more enjoyable for your flight. So again, I've never personally done this, but I love a good thank you card, and I think it's a great idea. And especially if you're somebody who wants to make somebody else's day, or you have a situation with kids that you know, like, my kid is teething, it's going to be a rough one. It's always nice to do something for other people, just to be like, I know I'm bringing in a screaming toddler. Sorry about that. So something to consider, and that also might help make your travels a little bit easier. Now, these are just a few things that I recommend when traveling. If I've left anything out, or if there are things that you have always found helpful, do me a favor. Please leave it in the comment section below. Share with us the things that have helped you. I'd love to hear about it. All right, until next time, friend, take care. Ciao.